Welcome to the Found on Shelf Telethon Spectacular. With special guests Clawthorpe the Insatiable, the Ghost of Ava Gabor, and Carrot Top. Welcome to Shelfathon 2025. Recorded in front of a dead studio audience.
Yeah, so, alright, you guys, you got that? Okay. Alright, and then you guys go over there. Hey, what's up, Patrick?
Hey, why are all these people here? What's going on?
Oh, did I forget to tell you?
What did you tell me?
So, remember how last time I was talking about Pod Fyre? Well, this time,
yes,
we're ramping up Pod Fyre. I've got a telethon going on, so I've got all these people over here answering phone calls throughout our whole episode. We're going to do a live broadcast. But yeah, it's going to be a live broadcast, and phone lines are open. So feel free to call in 252-564-8666. You can, although, you know, it might get a little annoying with this crap going here. All right, let's grab our equipment and we'll just go into we'll go into the office here real quick.
There's an office? There's a fucking office.
All right.
Is this Gimcrack's office?
Yeah.
That explains the Iron Maiden.
Yeah, he's a fan. What can I say? So yes, I can't believe I forgot to tell you about this. But anyway, this is the Found on Shelf live telethon special. All about the Pod Fyre Festival.
So we're having a telethon so that we can do the Pod Fyre Festival?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I've got so much planned for this. So, again, like I said, you got the phone line, 252-564-8666. Go ahead and call in, and we'll be playing calls throughout the show. Maybe we'll take your call live, so who knows? But yeah, I've got so much planned for this festival, and I'm gonna tell you about some of it right now.
Yeah, please.
So first, you can check out podfyre.com. That's podfyre.com. That'll give you some more information, let you buy tickets and that kind of information.
And that's a real website we own?
Yeah.
It's live now?
It's live. It's got pictures. It's got all sorts of stuff on there. And it's going to be like, a couple day long festival from May 30th to June 2nd. So you're going to go there, you hop on this island, and you just kind of hang out for a couple of days. And and we've got a lot of really cool stuff going on. But just to introduce this telethon, I do have a special message from one of our good friends of the show. So hang on, I'll play it for you right now to just kind of get things kicked off in the right foot here.
Welcome, ugly children of the moon. It's me, Cookie, your favorite Christmas elf. I am here to deliver an important message. The telethon you're about to witness is actually a scam, just like Amway or church. So, proceed with caution.
Okay,
Dustin, I thought Cookie was only real if you believed.
Yeah, he's just he's joking. He's just having a good time.
But that's really Cookie, like the elf from the future.
Yeah.
That lives on the moon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's him. That's Cookie.
I didn't know that we had listeners on the moon. This is actually really refreshing to me to know that people will still be enjoying the podcast in whatever year Cookie's from.
Yeah, and a shack on the moon. Absolutely. But, he's got a good sense of humor. But I do have a lot of special announcements. I'll make some right now, right off the top. You got it.
I just want to go back to what he said about it being a scam. What was that?
No. Just he was joking. He's got, his Cookie's sense of humor. He's just being silly and goofy. So don't worry about that.
Okay.
So it's fine. But like I said, I learned if you're doing these kind of things, you want to really start it off with a bang. So I'm going to announce some people I've got scheduled for the festival.
Okay.
So I've got Mark Polonia is going to be showing off a surprise new movie never seen before.
Is that of Feeder's fame?
Yeah.
Feeder's the alien movie, not Feeder's like the type of kink, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to make sure
There's
that
a
we're all on the
kink for
same
that?
page. There's a kink for everything.
Yeah, you're right. So not only that, but we are going to have the world premiere of Tales from the Dead Zone.
Here tonight.
No. On the island when we're doing the Pod Fyre Festival.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, world premiere Tales from the Dead Zone from the writer and director of Things, Mary J. Gillis. So I'm really excited about that. I'm excited. We're going to be premiering that. We're going to have live music from Voyager and from Slaughterhouse Tithe. I'm sure you're familiar with them, with their lead singer Gore Frenzy. I've also scheduled.
I actually haven't heard of them before.
Oh, they're great. You'll love them.
Okay, I have to trust you.
They did the New York Ninja soundtrack. They did the Killer Cabbage.
That's Voyager.
Yeah. Voyager and then the special guest Slaughterhouse Tithe. But
there's Voyager. I know Voyager 3. It's Voyager 3, right?
I think it's just Voyager.
I'm pretty sure that their bio says that you should pronounce the 3.
Oh, okay. Let me write that down. Pronounce 3. Voyage 3er. Okay. I got Bittercrella to come back. She's going to be actually reading from her upcoming novel Moonflow, which is available for pre-order.
Okay.
So it's
I'm excited about that one. I've got it on pre-order already.
Yeah, so do I. It's going to be a good time. And we've invited some other podcasts here to join us. So far I've got Blank Check, How Did This Get Made? And of course our friends from Glass Half Full Moon. And I've got them all scheduled to be doing live broadcasts throughout the festival. We're going to have some stand-up comedians, and we're going to have all sorts of stuff going on, Patrick. I'm so excited about this.
I am a little curious how you've pulled all this off in a week.
Because Sigma brain, bro.
You've only been doing one suppository at a time, right?
Well, yes.
Okay.
I mean, I've been taking pills while I'm doing a suppository as well. I think if you attack it from both ends, you'll get things really accomplished. But hey, let's we got our first phone line coming in here. Let's go see what's going on with this. Hold on one second.
What's up, Grimaldis? Gonna get 5 meat lovers, 2 supremes, 1 veggie, and 17 pineapple pizzas, and just have those delivered to my dorm. We're throwing a rager for summer vacation.
Okay, I think there's something. I think
kind of a sick fuck is ordering pineapple pizza to their dorm.
I like pineapple pizzas, but I like pineapple pizzas with some ham.
No, stop! What are you doing in my office? Are you serious? You've got us out there answering your phones for you, like, and you're in here just shunned away from all the noise, and you're doing the podcast now.
Yeah.
Are you sure? What are you even talking about? You haven't even touched the jackalope.
We're doing it live.
You're doing it live without your producer. Okay. Let's stop this. All right, let's stop this. Pause. Take a step back.
We can't
Hello.
Pause. It's live.
It's live? Fuck
yes,
it. Okay.
Live.
Hello and welcome to the Found on Shelf podcast, a podcast that is about movies despite how much they try to divert you otherwise. I am Gimcrack, a demonic creature of the night who has seized control of the podcast due to the enormous debt these two chucklefucks owe me. Now, each week, we talk about a new movie, decided by fate and evil circumstance, through the mechanism of consulting the jackalope fortune-telling machine in my cursed video store, where we then broadcast live from. I am Ginkrak, your infernal producer, and then we have our hosts, Dustin.
Yeah, that's me.
And Patrick.
Present.
I think that there's been enough chicanery that if we're doing this telethon for Pod Fyre 2, because I don't know about you guys, I love the first Pod Fyre. I really want to talk about the first Pod Fyre. Can I talk about the first Pod Fyre?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
There was so much blood and terror. The flaying. Oh, God, the flaying.
FBI is not asking any more questions, so let's stop talking about it.
Regardless, Somebody put a fucking coin in the fucking jackalope and get the movie of the week so we can talk about a movie so that people have like a framing for what the podcast, the people putting on a podcast festival sounds like. This is so hard.
Okay, fine. We're still going to talk about Pod Fyre.
Okay.
And we'll still be taking calls throughout the show, but we'll
I know. I'm manning the phone right now.
Okay.
Say the hotline one more time.
We'll go. It is 252-564-8666.
That was a trap. Why are you reading the hotline when you should be consulting the fucking jackalope? I'm going to go man the phones.
All right. Dirty. Where did I put my sack of rat piss coin? Oh, here we go. All right. Here we go. And what you got for us, jackalope?
A shadow rises out of time, terrifying and evil. Also, there are spaceships for some reason.
Space Raiders. Have you seen Space Raiders?
Space Raiders. No. The cover looks kind of familiar, though.
Yeah, it looks kind of a little bit like so it's a battle between planets. The Battle Beyond Stars.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
This isn't
very similar.
This isn't the Battle Beyond the Stars. It's Space Raiders. It's weird how we keep getting movies that sound like other movies but are a different movie.
You'd think that it was something that was planned, but
no one who listens to this show would think it was planned.
Very true. All right, let's roll the trailer and see what's going on.
Thundering across the galaxy and into legend. The last brave starfighters who become Space Raiders. The action explodes as the fight for freedom races across the universe.
Get us out of here!
A frightened boy, a last-ditch hero and his alien crew, soaring into battle to save the galaxy.
Such an appealing little boy.
But you touch this boy, I'll kill you where you stand.
Desperados, battling for their lives, suddenly given something to live for.
Things are always happening that we don't expect. Now, you can think of them as an ordeal, or you can think of them as a great adventure. It's the adventurers who make it.
For life and glory, with the future of the galaxy in the hands of 5 desperate outlaws and the 10-year-old boy who teaches them the true meaning of courage.
Don't let it touch you!
Space Raiders in a last desperate battle. Aliens from 1,000 worlds. He's a stowaway on a stolen ship, 10 years old and 10 million miles from home. Space Raiders. The greatest adventure a kid ever had.
All right. Well, the good thing is that trailer was so long that we were actually able to watch the entire movie already for our live broadcast.
Yeah.
Right?
That is, totally diegetic. And what I will say is in the realm of bad Star Wars ripoffs, it's at least better than the one that stars Marjo Gortner.
Who?
You don't know who Marjo Gortner is?
No, I don't know who Marjo Gortner is.
Okay, but
I can't even Google her name right now because my computer froze up.
You haven't seen Marjo, the documentary about televangelist scams and the tent revivalist scams in the 70s?
No.
It's great, dude. You should watch it. It shows exactly how the racket was played. It's amazing. Anyway, Marjo Gortner, it was born into the tent revival racket. He was he was like 4 years old, and they were like, he's a prophet of God. So anyway, when he's like in his 20s or 30s, he invites a camera crew to expose the scam and see how everything's done. It's great.
Oh, all right. That sounds.
And then he goes on to try and be an actor. Doesn't work out, so he runs charity golfing events that are also very scammy for like 30 years.
All right. Grifter's gonna grift.
Yeah, that's not relevant to anything that's happening right now, right?
No, not at all.
Just asking questions.
Yeah. Are you talking about
it's the Found on Shelf experience. We're just asking questions.
Right. Are you talking about the presidential administration, or are you talking about the Pod Fyre Festival?
I'm talking about the Pod Fyre Festival.
Okay. No, I mean, no, bad. No, that's not a grift. It's real.
It's real.
It's real. Yeah.
It's real. Okay.
But
we're sure. Like it's totally real. On the level.
Okay. On the level. And that's why we're taking phone calls for the telethon. 252-564-8666. But in the meantime, we're here to talk about Space Raiders, which was also known as Star Child.
Star Child.
Yeah, because it's a child that goes into the stars.
I swear, I'm the only one who thinks it's funny that at the end of Never Ending Story, she goes, Moonchild. Cracks me up, and no one else laughs.
It's pretty funny. We go, say my name. Yeah, so it was written and directed by a gentleman named Howard R. Cohen and produced by Roger Corman. And I don't think Roger Corman needs any introduction. But are you familiar with Howard R. Cohen?
Not off the top of my head. Give me a refresher course.
So, let me see here. He wrote Unholy Rollers. That was like his first movie that he wrote, which was produced by Corman and edited by Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, that's where again, without Roger Corman, Scorsese doesn't have a career.
Exactly. So then he did a bunch of other Corman films, and it's kind of interesting because he was writing so here's what he was writing right around the same like couple year period. He was doing Deathstalker and Barbarian Queen, and also writing for the Care Bears and Rainbow Bright TV shows.
You know, there's a lot less sexual assault in the latter two than the former. Have you seen Barbarian Queen? Jesus fucking Christ.
I have not seen that one yet, but I am kind of familiar with it. So,
I mean, Deathstalker too. All of the Deathstalker movies have just a lot of assault going on.
Yeah, I think he wrote most of those.
Not as much death stalking as one would imagine.
No,
surprisingly minimal death stalking in the Death Stalking franchise. It's a big problem.
All right. Well, he's also directed some movies, so like this one in particular, he directed. He wrote it. All of the movies that he directed, he wrote.
Okay.
So he did Saturday the 14th.
I have seen Saturday the 14th. Now, an interesting distinction here. Saturday the 14th, while it is a Corman production, is a production spearheaded by his wife.
Yes.
And she made a little bit wackier movies than he did because she also is the one who produces Chopping Mall.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
And Chopping Mall stars the guy from Deathstalker 2 and the director of Deathstalker 2. His first movie is Chopping Mall, and they use the same musical cues between the two films.
Reusing musical cues. That doesn't sound like anything that happens.
There's a little actual schlock history on the show this evening, right?
So talking about reusing stuff. So the sets, for Space Raiders, some of the sets were, like we said, repurposed from Battle Beyond the Stars.
Yeah,
pretty much all of the outer space scenes, all the music, most of the sound effects were just straight up reused. Like, they didn't even bother trying to like repurpose it. They just literally reused it.
The moment I realized they were reusing things was there's a particular shape to the spaceship in Battle Beyond the Stars.
Titties out.
Yeah, no, the space boobs are back in this movie too. The spaceship looks like boobs. Yeah. It just does. And it's not subtle. It is every bit as psychosexual as H.R. Geiger's work without any of the nuance or complexity.
I mean, it's obviously a ripoff of Star Wars, but it's also a ripoff reusing of Battle Beyond the Stars. So it's like a ripoff of a ripoff. And I think Scarab Jam would be creaming his pants right now if he saw this.
Is it the second time we've said his name?
Oh, God, I hope not. I think I wasn't keeping track, but I don't. Oh, shit. No, you said it once. Then.
Well, anyway, does it roll over or is it reset every day?
You know what? I never got a hold of those rules. And
I'm unclear. Yeah.
No. Let's take a call.
Stop saying the name.
Oh, okay. Here. All right. We'll play the call. Here.
Hey, Patrick, Justin. Look, guys, we need to talk. I've seen the little posters you guys put up for your fucking little Pod Fyre bullshit. Look, I'm gonna be entirely honest. My beach house is like right next door to where you're throwing this, and honestly, I don't want to fucking deal with it.
I don't want to have to get the HOA involved, but, like, I am the devil. I'm the president of the HOA. I'll do it if I have to, alright? So, just call me back, we can talk out a resolution, maybe we can move this somewhere else, like a Denny's in Worcester, Maine, or something like that, but just think this through very carefully, boys, because, like, I don't want to deal with it. Bye.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so Satan.
Satan is not approving of the location.
Did you get all this cleared beforehand?
I mean, I didn't clear it with Satan, obviously. It just, I bought the island. It's Paveglia Island in Italy. Beautiful island. It's Italy. Beautiful.
Italy. Yeah. What's the name of the island?
Paveglia.
Paveglia.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds nice.
Oh yeah, it's very nice. It's been abandoned for a little while, but
abandoned? That's an interesting word.
Yeah, they still have buildings there and everything. It'll be nice. It'll be nice.
Okay. So it's remote?
It's like, 15, 20 miles off the shore. So it's remote enough, but apparently it's too close to to Satan's place. So I don't know. He'll just have to deal with it. Whatever. I don't want to. I'm not bowing down to his needs.
Okay. I'm sure that's not going to come back to bite us in the ass in any real capacity, right?
No, it shouldn't.
Oh, well, we did have to watch the Santa Claus last year because we pissed him off.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta.
How many more? There can't be that many more shitty Tim Allen movies, though, right?
So, I was hoping to get some actual people calling us, but okay. Well, let's just talk about the movie. How about that?
Okay.
Movie.
Okay.
All
right. Do we have to?
Yeah. I mean, there's not. Well, let's see. There's some stuff to talk about here. So
yeah.
It's. I mean, I don't know. This movie's there's not a lot to talk about, but there kind of is.
Oh, here's the plot. The plot is space raiders from space raid a planet, and they're trying to steal a ship, and they steal that ship, but in so doing, steal the son of a high-ranking company officer. Now, the company is like Wayland Yutani or whatever. Like they own everyone. It's just called The Company, though, because the writer couldn't be bothered to come up with a name. And when they escape, they realize that they have this child, and they decide to try to get him back home without getting killed for some reason. And the company has decided that they would rather kill them than to get the child back. And in fact, will use a homing device in the child to find and kill them. That's the plot, right?
That's pretty much the plot. Yeah. So yeah,
and that takes 90 minutes to resolve.
Yeah. Well,
everything I just said is decided in the first 10 to 15 minutes of the movie, and then the rest of the movie for like the next hour and 20 minutes is just resolving this one thing. It is nonsense, but it's not like the same nonsense of like The Ice Pirates, which is a better version of this movie.
It is. I believe as well. But did you recognize the boy? The boy's kind of creepy, by the way. I don't know why, something about him just doesn't sit right with me, but he's interesting.
I feel like there's a rug pull on that, but no, I did not recognize the child from the 80s.
No, his name is David Mendenhall. You probably wouldn't recognize him because he did a lot. I mean, he wasn't in some movies, but he did a lot of voiceover work in a lot of stuff that we probably watched. Smurfs, Cabbage Patch Kids, Rainbow Bright, Punky Brewster. He was Daniel Witwicky in the Transformers movie, the original one.
The dad?
No, the kid.
The kid's name was Witwicky in the Transformer cartoon?
Yeah.
Really?
Wasn't it Daniel Witwicky? I think so.
The only thing anyone remembers from that movie is that is the touch.
Yes. And I've got a microphone in front of me, so whatever I say is true. So that's fine with it.
Are you saying you've got the power?
I do. I damn well do. Speaking of power, he played the son of Sylvester Stallone in the amazing...
Oh, in Rocky 3?
No. Over
4?
the Top.
Oh.
The arm wrestling movie. Oddly enough, Stallone played his character's name in Over the Top was Lincoln Hawk, which is the name. Hawk is the name of the pilot in this movie. I don't know if there's any relations there, but he liked to go by Lincoln instead of Lincoln, I guess. Link. I don't know. Over the Top was kind of an interesting name for it. They could have just called it The Adventures of Lincoln My Cock.
No, that was Over the Top. Sprung the money for a drummer. That was great.
Yeah.
So when's our first special guest come on?
Guys, bad news. Puddle of mud dropped out. We'll have to fill the time.
But like, it's a telethon. Like, don't we have to give them some entertainment to get them to call in?
Can people call? People will call in. No, we are the entertainment, Patrick.
Oh, you're writing a check that I can't cash.
Well, yeah, in more ways than one.
Wait, what? What was that? What does that mean?
Oh, no, nothing. Telethon, raising money for the Pod Fyre Festival. And hold on, do we? Oh, you know what? Here, just to get you off your rocker here, we do have a call that came in. Here we go. All right, let's see. We got a line. We got a call. All right.
Yes.
All right,
line 3.
Line 3. Okay. Hang on 1 second.
Hi, this is Bitter Corella. I am calling to say that I am super excited to be a guest of honor at the Pod Fyre 2 Festival, and I could not be more stoked because I am 100% convinced this is a real and legitimate festival, and I can't think of anyone that I would trust more to put on a real and legitimate festival than those consummate professionals at Found on Shelf Podcast. Now, I am currently converting all of my savings into Podcoin in anticipation of the event. I am a little bit short of liquid funds right now because I did have to just meet with the wallet inspector, and I also did purchase the Brooklyn Bridge. But that's fine because I have a lot of cash in Iraqi dinars, and I'm just going to move those over, and, then it'll be fine. It'll be great. My family's a little pissed at me because I'm supposed to be using that for, my sister's operation, but I really think this is a much better use of it, and I could not be happier that my money is going to a real and legitimate operation that is totally not fly by night. And I know that I'm doing for once, I'm sure that I'm 100% doing the right thing and investing wisely. So I'm awesome. Looking forward to it. I will see you guys on this island. This mysterious island, which I guess is not haunted or anything. No ghosts, nothing spooky gonna happen. I'm sure it'll be fine. Anyway, thanks for having me, and I'll see you soon.
Awesome. See, there's Bitter Corella. That's Bitter's gonna be showing up there.
Yeah, it's okay.
But
I feel a little bit better about this. Better about this.
Yeah, but I did charge her to come out.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, that's why she has had to pay money because. Well,
you charge her.
This is
yes, wait.
So this is going to be a very exclusive event, and it's really going to benefit a lot of the other people. So I'm charging them to show up to our festival, the talent.
You're charging the talent to show up to the.
That way we get a commitment from everyone.
Okay. I'm less sure than I was 5 seconds ago when we had Bitter Corella's endorsement. At this moment, right, I feel like cut
that part out. Oh shit, we're live.
I feel like it's a seesaw. It goes one way, it goes the other.
Pendulum swings back the other way.
Right, no, the elephant is for after the commercial break.
So back to our movie. They're flying around in. Now, would you say this ship is more space boobs or space testicles?
The interesting thing is the androgynous nature of this ship is a little startling.
Right? I mean, it can depending on your point of view and how you're feeling in the moment, it could be either or.
And you know what? Same.
Yeah, future's looking bright. Our ships can look like titties or balls. It's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Space Force promise, right?
I want to talk about the fact that the font at the beginning of this movie looks like the font from Space 1999. No one else will care about that.
Nothing
I care
else
so much about that.
Well, let's get back to where we're at in our movie. They're
We
flying.
were talking about the psychosexual spaceship.
They fly to a space station, and this is like the hangout, meet up spaceship or the space station where there's a bunch of other people from a bunch of other crews, and of course there's a cantina and everybody's hanging out there. And
I haven't seen a cantina in space in a movie. Have you seen a space cantina movie before?
No, I've never. And you know what?
Now, well, there was that one movie, Danyanya Kuturaradam.
Oh, The Man Who Saved the World. Yes, there was. But you know what? Besides that movie, I don't think there's ever been a fight at a cantina.
Just Turkish Star Wars, and that's it.
Yeah, there's never been a fight with some hokey-looking aliens.
What about real Star Wars?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Never seen it. So yeah, but then so the guy wants to they want to ransom the kid off, but then they're like, no, we're gonna save him. And
okay, so they go to a space. So to reiterate, a crew of space pirates have accidentally kidnapped a company child and are being pursued by the company unbeknownst to them. They have decided the best way to handle the situation is to go to a space station, which is a spaceport of consisting entirely of scum and villainy. And they're deciding how to get him back to the planet they just fled from without, getting caught doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
During this pursuit, they alert the interest of two parties who also would like to have the kid. A team of outlaws who think ransoming him would be a good idea, and the mob lord who runs the space station, who also thinks ransoming the child would be a good idea.
Yeah.
So they are being pursued
Captain Hawk owes them money
for laundry.
We didn't do any laundry.
We never do laundry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was wrong. I misunderstood.
That was a good line. We never do laundry. And it was delivered with such conviction. It was beautiful.
Yeah, the true thing about being an adult is the laundry just never fucking ends.
It really doesn't. I mean, I swear I've done laundry every day this week. It's just ridiculous. Driving a kid, it's just towels.
Oh God, yeah.
It's just that stuff.
Just so many towels.
Just towels. And then she'll go and take something off the hook and decide she doesn't want to wear it and then just throw it in the dirty clothes. And I'm like, you didn't even put it on. Just hang it back on the goddamn hanger. Anyway, we didn't come here to listen to that.
What did we come here to listen to?
I don't know. Boob ships.
Boob ships. The movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boob ships.
So,
oh wait, hold on 1 second. I got something ringing in my ear here. All right, hold on. We got a message.
Can't wait to see you at the festival.
Okay, did you elicit a curse at any point in the last hour?
I don't know. Hang on, let me hey, give him crack. Who the hell was that?
Oh, that came from, let's see, Paviglia Island.
Okay. All right, thanks. That's not good.
Did you say that came from the island we're going to?
Yeah.
Okay.
It could just be the groundskeeper.
The groundskeeper
keeping the grounds.
Yeah, but is the groundskeeper Kayako?
I don't know who the groundskeeper is. I haven't been to the island yet. I just bought it. I haven't actually been there yet. But I'm sure it's all fine. It's just fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, the whole thing do we get to the part where they're doing the ships yet? Where they're like, hey, oh no, I think that was it. Where they're like, you fly out there and you steal these 4 ships and you can keep one for yourself and then whatever. And then they spend like 5 minutes in the movie shooting rocks.
Let's talk. No. You're. There's so little happens in this movie, but yet you've skipped everything that happens in this movie.
I mean,
while the child is trying to run from outlaws, and the outlaws that we are following, the Space Raiders, while they are trying to defend the child, from the mafia guy, without knowing that the kid is actually running for their lives right now. There's a scene in which they decide that the cantina fight is a food fight. We didn't bring that up.
Yeah, it's a little slapsticky.
Wow, their decision is they're going to go steal 4 ships and they get to keep 1. That's the agreement they come to with the mafia guy. But while that is happening, the kid is actually kidnapped by these outlaws. But concurrent to this, and this is the interesting part. It's not interesting, but yeah. The actual plot the plot machine that makes everything go here is the company is tracking the kid with their new fancy schmancy weapon, a thing that's never been seen before in the history of the world.
Unless you saw Battle for Beyond the Stars.
Well, yeah, that, but also it's an all robot crewed they use the word robot, but it's an all robot spaceship. It's an AI driven spaceship. They built an unmanned drone. Mm-hmm. And we're just like, it's never been built before, an unmanned drone, and it's going to come kill the kid. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Anyway, the unmanned drone blows the outlaws that kidnapped him out of the sky, but he's able to escape pod in time because he's like Anakin Skywalker or some shit.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't know, some dude from Turkish Star Wars, and. Then the Space Raiders find him, and then they go steal the planets, or go steal the other spaceships. But
yeah, and then they fly around shooting rocks.
Yeah,
which is my second favorite line of the movie.
Goddamn rocks!
Jesus.
And then they give a kid a beer.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, wasn't that your experience at that age?
No.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to stop talking about my childhood now.
Did you notice who it was that gave him a beer? That actor, his name was Ace in the movie, which I don't think they ever said his name. That was his name according to the credits.
I don't know. I just knew when I was looking at him, I was looking at an ace. That's the lyrics of the song, right?
That was Luca Berkovicki making his 4th appearance on our podcast. He was in Parasite, Rockula, and Scanner Cop.
Oh my God, it was the Scanner Cop.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize him at first because he didn't like get that constipated look on his face. Like he hadn't shit in a week, but really needed to. Because that's how you know someone's scanning, right?
Yeah.
Like their bowels are impacted.
Yeah, just like that.
Scanner. Yeah. Why didn't David Cronenberg ever get a Dulcolax endorsement?
We breathe to live. Most of the time, we don't even notice it until something happens. Something out of the ordinary. And we embrace an experience that leaves us forever changed. This summer, embrace the unknown at Pod Fyre 2. Come and visit beautiful Poveglia Island. See its beautiful overgrown graveyards. Bask in its historic asylums and plague houses. Stay in the comfort of your own private luxury tent. We swear it's not just a piece of white canvas strung up between 2 twigs. Enjoy gourmet sandwiches with 1 entire slice of unmelted cheese between 2 pieces of stale bread. Come for the glamour, stay for the nightlife. When the undead rise from their graves to feast on the living. Pod Fyre 2 at Poveglia Island. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Oh, God. So 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 in the beginning, we did also forget to mention, not that it's a big plot part at all. In the beginning of the movie, it started with him chasing this little bug around, and that's where he ended up going on this other spaceship because he kept the bug in a little jar. So then he decided to land on some random planet, and he just decides to let this bug go, just introducing some new species to some random alien planet, which is a far more interesting movie than the one that we're actually given. In my opinion.
Invasive species.
Yeah.
And in fact, that could be an entire horror film that spawns off this one sequence.
Right, and it could be like maybe later they could like kind of mutate into rats and then somehow smuggle back onto a ship and come into LA.
What would be the best way to get through Earth's atmosphere? Like, if you were afraid of entering Earth's atmosphere, what would be the best way to get into?
Oh, I just got a message here. Voyager, the V3 folks, they canceled. They're not going to be able to make it. They are actually having a concert that weekend. So if you cannot make it to the Pod Fyre Festival, and you happen to find yourself in Lansing, Michigan, go check out the Voyager 3 concert on Saturday, May 31st. That was a free plug for those guys because I like them, and I don't think they wanted to pay me to show up on an island.
Yeah, how many people do?
I'm not sure if this. Well, I've scheduled a lot of people. There's a lot of people scheduled.
You say that with like the cadence of Rick from Rick and Morty. There's a lot of people scheduled, Morty. There's so many people. No. I've got it, Morty. I've got it. I got a running bill, Morty. I've got it. I've seen their writers. They want all M&Ms, Morty. They want all brown M&Ms and toothless hookers. And why does why do I sound like I'm a secretary in Brooklyn? It smokes 10 packs a day, honey. I'm here to tell you, you're never gonna make it. You're never gonna make it in this town. Juno,
your caseworker.
So I might let you make me Juno. You know, I just might. Have you ever tried this one?
No, I haven't, Juno.
It's a Sabrina Carpenter reference. It's the second pop girly reference we've made in consecutive weeks.
Don't say we. So what's going on in this movie? Where are we at? What are we doing?
We've described the entire movie. We're in the final act. Wait,
we're in the weird egg-shaped buildings. That's where we're at. Like, for no reason, where it suddenly turns into...
Yeah, what the fuck are those buildings? Did you find out where they were filmed at? Because that is wild. I didn't look in it either, so I'm not like judging if you didn't, but I'm just curious.
No, I don't know. They were just there. I'm sure they're from some other movie that they did. There was another movie that was Android or something like that, maybe. That they might have ripped a lot of stuff off. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anywho, they land on this planet, and that's where their things are. And this is the whole thing. This whole planet is just run by robots. The robots are just.
So I'm looking at a review of this movie from the Atlanta Journal. It came out at the time. You might have read this because it's just on the Wikipedia page. I'm not doing any deep research, but it says the main problem with the film was the character of the boy was quote unquote really creepy. Yeah, I would tend to agree.
Yeah.
So the idea of this movie is it's supposed to be a Star Wars ripoff, but then they're like, it's in the middle of the 80s. So they're like, what if we market this to kids, right? Because you've got a lot of movies coming out. You've got Flight of the Navigator, you got Batteries Not Included, you have all the Spielberg movies, so like movies that are accessible with like kid characters doing big adventure stuff, like Goonies, right?
I fucking love that movie. Goonies fucking rules.
Thank you, Kim Crack. We really need to keep that in mind next time we piss him off. So you have so they insert the young boy to be your main character, right? And so the journey is supposed to be him going on this fantastical journey with a bunch of space pirates, a la like, I don't know, Treasure Island. They've never done Treasure Island in space, have they?
Yeah.
Oh.
Treasure Planet?
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't recognize it as Treasure Island when we didn't have Tim Curry and Gonzo.
Oh, those are the best. The best.
It is the best Treasure Island. This is a shame. Like, I don't know why we didn't get 20 more Muppets movies where they're just adapting the Western canon.
Oh my God, it was so good.
Tell me a Muppet Phantom of the Opera with Miss Piggy in the opera wouldn't be great.
I'd watch it.
Yeah.
Again, that's not a rousing endorsement.
No, I'd watch any Muppets, anything. So
yeah.
The Muppets is the glue that binds the show together.
Except for you have not watched the one about the band yet.
Oh God, you're right. I still haven't watched the band.
Son of a bitch. It's one of the best Muppet things done in since like they brought them back, the Muppets movie. It's probably the best. Well, the Haunted Mansion one was pretty good too. But.
My favorite piece of the Onion merch is just a mug that says, I enjoy the Muppets on a much deeper level than you.
That's a good one.
But no, the boy is creepy. He doesn't act very well, but
no, he's
also the early on, but there's no real motive for them to want to protect the boy. Yeah. Why wouldn't they just ransom him? And early on, the only female space raider, she says, we got to get rid of this boy. He's suicide. Apropos of nothing, but she proves immediately correct because everyone fucking dies except the boy.
Yeah. Hold on. Wait. Give him crack. You got a live one?
Yes, I've got one for you. Answer line 6.
Okay, thank you. All right, what do we got here?
Hey, this is Gore Frenzy. You can't say that Slaughterhouse Tithes are going to be at Pod Fyre Festival too. For legal reasons, we have never been to Paveglia, we have never held an illegal concert at Paveglia, and we most certainly did not perform a blood sacrifice to the Dark Lord Sealiut, the Black Lamb of Drachma on Paveglia Island. I am not a cult leader, I am just the lead guitar for Slaughterhouse Tithe, a simple black metal band with religious undertones. We are not aware of any of the 13 missing virgins who definitely weren't sacrificed at a concert that never even happened. Look, we may put the mass in mass graves, but we never have and never will have a concert on or within 500 kilometers of Paveglia. I mean, come on, guys. When your fans literally throw themselves at your feet, you can't have this kind of slander going around. If you so much as mention Slaughterhouse Tithe and Paveglia in the same sentence, by the Dark Lord Sealiut, our lawyer will make found on shelf never found again.
Okay. Oh my God.
Slaughterhouse Tithe will not be there.
No. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now I know where I heard Paveglia from. I heard them from a true crime podcast. Live, Laugh, Murder. They were just talking about this case. Holy fucking hell.
Was it how awesome and beautiful it is there?
No, it's about how bloody the crime was, how heinous. The people who saw the initial crime scene are still in asylums, full-time therapy, 24/7.
Well, that's only because they shut down the asylums that were on the island.
Honestly, wait, what? Hold on. Wait, what? Jesus Christ.
That's just So yeah, like you said, they take the 3 tankers and the lady and the kid stay on the 4th one to go off.
And asylums on the island?
No, not anymore. It got shut down a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just the thing that because they used to use it for I think it was for leprosy victims or something like that.
Okay. I gotta say, once you mentioned leprosy, this whole thing started to fall apart.
Yo!
See, that drummer is just really paying for himself.
Oh, of course.
Where were we in this movie?
We're kind of at the end. The kid who has never shot anything besides rocks 5 minutes ago takes down all the enemy ships. Yeah, so and when they land there, the bad guys are already there, even though they were just chasing them in a ship. Whatever. The lady gets shot. Kid takes off running. He runs over the river and through the woods, and then the big green alien Zardani, Zucchini, whatever the hell his name was. He was kind of like the boss of the space station, I guess.
Yeah. Again, he's the mob boss, right?
Yeah, there was too many bad guys in this movie.
He's a Jabba the Hutt character. This movie came out in '83. It's the Return of the Jedi had already happened, so he's just Jabba the Hutt, but when he's not like a large character, right? He looks more like a praying mantis, but it goes so far that he even like eats weird little creatures that are on the plate, and I'm like, well, that's just Jabba.
Now you're just being lazy. So yeah, and then the green alien takes it back, takes the kid back to the space station because it's just got to end up all back there. And what was that? Line 4? Okay. All right. Apparently we got to take this one on line 4. It's urgent.
Hey, gimme! It's me. It's the Jam. Hey, you haven't returned any of my 47 other calls this afternoon. I figured I'd leave you one last one before I take a break for lunch. Hey,
the line.
I was scrolling through X the other day, and I happened to come across an ad for something called Pod Fyre. And, I'm going to be honest, it sounded like fucking dog shit. And that's how I knew that your boys, Dustin and Patrick, had to be behind it. So I just wanted to see when I could expect my tickets in the mail. I mean, I am something of an influencer myself. So,
don't you dare.
At what point do I get to come out and dress up in my best bikini and parade around and drum up some support for this thing? I mean, there's some money-making opportunity. I even know Ja Rule.
I don't know. I don't.
It's just every fucking day with this guy. He calls me 12 times a day.
Maybe you should answer it sometimes.
I don't need this from you. Okay, I get enough of this shit from my therapist. I don't need it from you. I'm going to go back to the phones.
Okay. Have a good one. We'll see you later. We're just wrapping up this movie soon anyway, so we've got we're almost at the end here. I got to tell you, Patrick, this I don't know if this Pod Fyre is working out or not. I have a lot of people. I'm kind of getting burned out. There's a lot of people are leaving.
There's a giant meter out there that's got all these big numbers for the money you're raising from the telethon, right? What are we at right now?
Well, it looks like we might break even.
Break even?
Yeah. On what we're paying people to answer the phones, we might break even on that. And 3 of them are volunteers, so. Not much, Patrick. Not much. Not much.
Did you? Where did you advertise the telethon?
I don't know. Back page.
Okay. Feel like maybe this is not the best idea. How many people are? Do you think that we can actually make this festival idea of yours work at this point?
Yeah, I think we just have to get a little bit more positive behind it.
You want to try manifesting it?
We
Dustin,
still have
Dustin. You can't read this. You can't read the secret while on Sigma Brain. I told you, if you could start crossing those streams, God knows what is going to happen.
That's my problem. I haven't been having enough Sigma Brain. Okay, let's finish up this movie, and I'm going to go take a far more amount of Sigma Brain than I need to. So where are we at? Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? We forgot to mention the ragtag group of space raiders. One of them is an alien guy who can sense people. I think that's his only alien powers. He can just sense.
He's psychic. He can sense people, but he can also sense when things, I think he just sense. Maybe he can only sense children.
I don't know, because he can't sense robots. We know that.
Yeah.
So yeah, he senses that the kid is back on the space station. So he tries to go find him and he dies, but he's a weird, dramatic death from the evil space French Foreign Legion that's all wearing berets for some reason. I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah. Also, can we talk about this alien? So the alien is done in the style of most one-off, space themed TV shows where they have the one alien who's a little off-putting, a super smart but a little neurodivergent coded, and he's got just some sort of weird prosthesis, right? So in his case, it's like a giant, like a large forehead with like ridges, but not Klingon ridges, because Klingons didn't have ridges yet.
No, more like an extra off of shit. Why am I drawing a blank on that name? It was a good Tim Allen movie.
He looks exceedingly like Alan Rickman's character in Galaxy Quest. You know, by Grapthos Hammer, by the Sons of Woven. Yeah, that guy. And he was a doctor. I can't remember his name. This character also has a beige jumpsuit. So he has a beige jumpsuit and this giant forehead. And to accent this, a bright purple scarf.
Mm-hmm.
Which he cannot stop playing with.
You got to accessorize in space.
Yeah, but like, not only is he wearing it, he's like fiddling with it the entire time. It's central to his character.
Yes.
And I say that because in this death scene, he poses the scarf 3 different ways while he's flailing.
Yeah, as he like dies.
Yeah.
And then he gets back up and kind of rolls over just to fluff the scarf out a little bit better.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so like overacted drama character in like a sitcom when someone thinks they're a good actor and isn't and does that. It's cartoonish. It's amazing.
Which
I love
would have been
scene.
great in Galaxy Quest, where it was supposed to be actors portraying this. But in this movie, where they're supposed to actually be a real alien, not so much.
Take a pause to tell Alan Rickman how much they love his prop work.
Yes. Yeah. So we're kind of wrapping up this movie here. They escape from the big ship. Bunch of people die. They get shot.
So let's talk about when they get shot. They get shot with a laser. And what happens on screen is they have a ketchup stain on the front of their clothing, and it's literally just like a splotch of ketchup. It does not look like someone bled out from the inside of the clothes. It literally looks like I dropped barbecue sauce on me while I was eating.
Maybe due to the lasers, it like cauterizes immediately, so it like
don't give me that lightsaber shit.
It just is like blip, blip, and then it closes up. So just
and then it's like, oh no, I dropped my McNugget. Now I'm dead.
Yes. Yep. And then Hawk says, guys like me don't die. We're too tough or we're too dumb. It doesn't matter because we're at the end of this goddamn movie. Let's finish talking about it. It's just really is just kind of a dumb ending, and of course it's just so hokey. And I don't know. Kid takes off and he shoots the red dangly thing, and the whole ship blows up. And it was just so.
Oh God! It's gotten loose. Run for your lives!
So predictable.
Is it really predictable though? Because like at the very end, Hawk drops him off at his planet in the desert, miles away from civilization, and just flies off. And the kid just like, walks out into the desert like Paul at the end of Dune Messiah, just wanders into the wilderness while the credits roll. And like, is he going back to his parents? Is he wandering off to die? Shall he be tempted for 40 days by Satan? What is going on in this sequence? And like, it's amazing too, because his dad was just like, okay, whatever, when the company was like, we're going to kill your son. So now he's just back, and like, is that water under the bridge? Like, this movie doesn't resolve shit. No. Everyone that Hawk knows and loves dies. Hawk barely survives, and then he's like, you know what? Actually, here's the alternate ending to the movie. I should have just listened to my crew and said, fuck you to begin with. Kid, I'm dropping you off on this rock. Of course it's your home. There's no reason that it's not the thing I said it was. And then just jets off into space.
Yeah.
Let him just get rid of the problem.
You need to save that for the end. But you know what we got to do at the end. But we're not ready for that just yet, because I'm a little bummed out about this telethon, but we got one more I'm going to try one more call here. Maybe that'll cheer me up. I don't.
Hello? Is this Found on Shelf Film Festival? You know, run by the same guys who do the Found on Shelf podcast? Oh, yeah. Ah, well, I'm just calling in to let you know something. I don't know how you talked my agent into agreeing that I was going to show up at your film festival. But I'm not going to be showing up at your film festival. I don't know if you paid him money. I don't know what the heck you did. But I fired that bastard. Nobody's going to make any decisions for Barry J. Gillis. Okay? It's not going to happen. Okay? You got to remember something. I'm the star of things. I'm the main lead star. I'm just going cuckoo right now. I'm not really that much of a egomaniac. But I gotta pretend I am sometimes with fools like you. I heard you were frauds. You know, it could be a lie. Could be a lie. Maybe there is gonna be a film festival. Maybe you really are doing it. But through the grapevine, I heard that you guys were a bunch of frauds. Now, I don't know if that's coming from other filmmakers who are very competitive and they don't want to see you get ahead in life. A lot of them are like that. All they think about is themselves. So they could be lying to me, all the rumors and everything I'm hearing through the grapevine. And meanwhile, their film is going to play at your festival. And if that's the case, I want you guys to get back to me. Okay? I want you to get back to me. Huh? I'm not sure how long your answer machine runs here for. How long does it record? Maybe I'll take up all the space and then no one else can call you again. Fools. The world's full of fools. Fools like me. Fools like you. Anyway, I do not want Tales from the Dead Zone playing at your film festival. Okay? Even if it was ready, which it's not, it's becoming very frustrating. I was on a roll with it. But when I got into the color grading, I found and discovered so many different problems, and it's holding me back. It's holding me back from getting this done a lot sooner than I wanted it to be done. So, very soon, though, I will have the color grading done, and it'll be shipped off to the sound engineer. So that'll all happen when the picture's locked. But as I said, even if the picture was ready to go, it wouldn't be playing at your film festival as it stands now. And as I've heard it coming through the grapevine, that your festival is a fraud, just like the Fyre Festival or whatever they called it. Remember that? Remember all those people that went down there, paid all those big bucks, and they ended up sleeping in tents and tropical mud? Well, that's what I think of your film festival right now. I think it's like a tropical mud storm. Hail and brutal, brutal winds, you know, like a volcano erupting and lava coming all over the place and all kinds of people dying as they try to escape the lava. That's what it reminds me of. And you know what? I wouldn't even let Things 1989 play at your film festival, hearing what I've heard so far. Okay? Now, unless this changes around and I find out that your film festival is not a fraud, which at this moment I believe it to be, you will not even get to play Things 1989 or The Killing Games or my second movie, Wicked World. Or even House of Many Sorrows. I'll lend nothing to you. All you're trying to do anyway, if you have a film festival, is to get filmmakers to play their films at your festival while you rake in all the money, while you take all the glory, huh? Huh? What about the filmmakers, you frauds? Anyways. Anyway, guys, it's good to be talking to you. Stay in touch. And I'll see you around. I hope you're both doing well. And don't mind me. You know I've been like this all my life. Over and out. Barry J. Gillis, leading actor of Things and just about everything else to do with that movie. Anyhow, take care, guys. All the best.
So I think we can not count on Tales from a Dead Zone show.
Yeah, no, I think that I think that's pretty definitive. Yeah.
Huh.
Is that Barry J. Gillis?
That was Barry J. Gillis. Yeah, I had reached out to him and I invited him to the festival, and I figured since we backed the movie that I just took it upon myself. I feel bad that his agent got fired. I just took it upon myself to say he was going to be there.
It does seem a little presumptuous, yeah.
You know, I'm kind of wondering if I really should have cleared a lot of these people before I said they were going to be there.
How many of these people did you put on the website without getting written commitments from? Written commitments. Legally binding.
In a way, I brought you here to offer you a job. You think you can do it better, so here's your chance.
So, Patrick, you have to change 3 things and only 3 things about this festival. I mean, this movie.
I can think of a couple things to change about both right off the top of my head, if I'm being honest.
No. The festival's fine. All right. Barry's out. Slaughter Tithe is out. Bitter's in, so that's good. We can work with that. Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you right now. I have not heard back from those podcasts that I promised were going to be there. But I'm sure they'll show up. 3
things about Space Raiders and not Pod Fyre, right?
No. Pod Fyre. If you could think about 3 things you'd like to add to Pod Fyre, that's one thing.
A solid business plan, reliable commitments.
Okay, let's go back to the movie. 3 things about the movie.
Okay.
That you would change.
Well, first of all, we're just leaving in all the footage from the other movie just because the spaceship is amazing. We need more of the spaceship. So I'm gonna leave all that. What I want to change is I would like the movie to be about the Space Raiders, not about the boy. I do think the movie needs to be about them trying to ransom the boy, and then them realizing that they can't do that, and the kid realizing that actually the company never loved him in the first place. His parents didn't really love him the way he thought he was, and he could find home with these people. All right, so that
would be good.
Right. Is that 1 change or 2 changes? Where are we at?
2.
All right.
Someone's attacking the door. Anyway.
Yeah, and now the third thing is not everyone dies in the final act. What the fuck? Yeah. It's so miserable. Everyone dies. It's so miserable. No one makes it out alive except for the boy and Hawk, but Hawk's entire family, his found family, is now dead.
Well, and Hawk probably died too. I mean, he was dying when he dropped the kid off.
That is true.
He probably didn't make it.
So instead of a suicide mission,
and then the kid was left alone in the middle of the desert, so he probably didn't make it either.
Yeah,
like everybody died. The company won.
Yeah, that's so close to real life. We don't want that. What we would like,
we need a fantasy in our films here.
Now more than ever, and I think that they take out the company, and like maybe 1 or 2 of them die. But like they take out the robot spaceship from the company, or maybe when they steal the spaceships, they deliver a blow to the company somehow, right? They win a minor but symbolic victory that makes the audience feel like they really did something. But the main thing is they found family, and then like maybe 1 or 2 of them die instead of all of them.
Yeah, and I would maybe try to stick to like one big bad guy. instead of having like the leader of the whatever. Yeah, there was like 3 or 4 different, and I'm like, it's too much going on. Like, you could have other
for a 90-minute kids adventure. Yeah, it's a lot to say.
You could have other elements against them, but like, the big bad of the space station.
If you think about it, if you rewrite this in your brain and think about the way it was actually written, doesn't it feel like a 3 or 4 half-hour episodes strung together of like a TV show about getting this boy home?
Yeah.
Because that's why you have a different bad guy every episode. You got the first episode, that's the pilot. That's when he gets on the space station, right? Second episode is getting kidnapped from the space station. Third episode is the space fleet theft. The fourth episode is going back to the space station and having to escape. There you go. It's a little mini series. If you think about it that way, that explains why the plot's disjointed and you've got multiple bad guys.
Yeah. I mean, what could you expect from the guy that made the that space movie that came out in 1992?
Space Case. I love that one.
I just realized I played the outro music without actually closing out the show.
Guys, I just want to interject here quickly. We've been going out there for 18 hours now, and we could use some relief. The other phone manners. I'm sorry. The other people in the phone crew? They're starting to wonder if the pizzas you promised 6 hours ago are coming. What's word on the food for the people that need to eat food?
Food is for closers.
Right, but it's just you said the pizzas were coming.
Yeah, I know, but I also thought that people would be calling and giving us money, and nobody's giving us shit. So how do you expect me to buy pizzas with no money?
Yeah, I'm just going to tell everyone to go home then. Okay.
Yeah, just do that. I mean, Barry blew us off.
So that's a wrap for Pod Fyre?
No, Pod Fyre is still going on.
You keep telling yourself that. I'm going to go send the phone crew home.
As long as Jeff Kirkendall doesn't cancel on us, I think we'll be okay.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's fine.
Yeah.
Nothing could happen there. Hello, we are the Found on Shelf podcast. If you like what we do, we release a new episode every other week on New Video Tuesday. We are broadcasting live from our telethon this week. If you are so inclined to call in and give us some money or more, or just tell us what you're doing. The lines are still open. There is currently no one to answer the lines, but they are still open. Dustin, what's that number one more time?
It is 252-564-8666.
That's 252-864-8666.
No. 252-564-8666.
252-654-8766.
275-869-7309. No.
For a good time, call Dustin. You can also reach out to us on Blue Sky, the last social media site safe from the Nazis for now. Stay tuned.
I'm gonna shut this fucking door.
Feel free to reach out to us. Tell us what you thought about the show, what you liked, what you didn't like. If there's a movie you'd like to have us cover. The same thing can be said if you want to just reach out to us on Spotify. You can leave a comment on Spotify. Please remember to rate or review. Please rate or review on Apple Podcasts. We can be found on wherever on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcast. Overcast, SoundCloud, or our own website. You can also visit gimcrackvideo.com.
I think podfire.com.
Or podfire.com to get your tickets now. Podfire, the totally real and not at all a bit festival that will definitely happen.
PODFYRE, Pod Fyre Festival 2. It's going to happen. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be amazing. The island is not haunted.
For sure about that.
People, well, I can't really say people didn't die on the island because...
That's our show. Thanks for tuning in tonight and for all of your support in making Pod Fyre 2 happen. This is Gimcrack reminding you, have your podcasters spayed or neutered. Good night.